All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rachakodash, double honors to the apostles and the elders, great millstone, and salutations to Allah, my dear, pushing His truth and all truth and sincerity diligently throughout the four corners, all right? I'm the brother Shamar Moth from Great Millstone, Miami, also from Great Millstone, Southwest Florida, all right, out here in the Fort Myers area. All right, and Lord's order says to be quick, edifying, and straight to the point. Okay, the title of this lesson is basically gonna be a news scroll. All right, and the title of this news scroll is going to be the Lord is visiting the earth. All right, the Lord is visiting the earth. All right, and this is pursuant to the natural disasters that's been going on the past month, leading up to this month. Right now we're in June. Today's the 3rd day of June. Okay, there's been a lot of weather phenomenon. All right, that has there has been several weather phenomenon that has taken place, all right, under the heavens, all right, in the past few weeks, and these things were prophesied of, all right. Now, granted, somebody may say, "Oh, these weather phenomenon, these earthquakes, have been happening for some time." All right, year after year, there's always wildfires. Year after year, there's always earthquakes. But nonetheless, that does not take away from the fact that the Heavenly Father told us, all right, through His Word, all right, through the Spirit of Yahweh Shai, all right, which is the Spirit of prophecy, all right, through the prophets, okay, the men that He used to write these things down for us to have today. That does not take away the fact that the Lord been told us that these things would come about before Yahweh Shai's second return. All right, and we are at the end. Okay, so when you see these things happening, all right, we are supposed to rejoice at these situations, man, because it just, all right, speaks to how close we are to our Messiah returning. Okay. So with that being said, I want to get the book of Matthew, the 24th chapter, real quick. Okay, Matthew 24, and I'm going to jump around to get to the point. But I'm going to start at verse 3, all right, and I'm going to jump down to verse 6. Okay, well, I'm going to jump to I'm going to read 3 and 4. Well, I'm going to just read from 3 to 6. Just put like that. All right, Matthew 24, verse 3 says, "And He sat upon the Mount of Olives, and the disciples came unto Him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of Thy coming and the end of the world?" All right, so the disciples was asking Yahweh Shai a very, very good question, okay? Because a wise man is supposed to be able to discern times. All right, a wise man is supposed to look forward and see the evil coming and hide himself. Okay, so the fact that they asked Yahweh Shai what would be the sign of your coming, all right, shows that they were very wise individuals. They wanted to know when the Messiah would return, so that way they can inherit the promises, man. All right, and that should be in our mind daily. All right, when are you coming back, Lord? As the scriptures say, how long, Lord? All right, that shows that we're hastening the coming of our Messiah. Okay, so the disciples asked Yahushua what would be the signs of the end of the world, right? Verse 4, and Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. Yahushua told the disciples, told us, okay, to take heed that no one deceives us, because in the last days there would be many deceivers out here, which there are. There's a lot of individuals walking this earth right now claiming to be of, some validity, that, a higher power, or the highest power has sent them to be the guide. And when in all actuality, all right, they're just trying to swindle you out of money, all right, out of your resources, or just completely lead you astray. All right, that's why the Lord told us, gave us a stiff warning for us to be vigilant and to take heed, all right, to pay attention so that no one can deceive us, all right, because he had already gave us what we need to know about his second appearance. Just like the disciples asked, he's going to give us the signs. So we got the signs, all right, we have the signs, as the scriptures say. The roughly paraphrase, how the people could look out into the sky and see the sky red and lowering, and they know that rain's coming, but yet they can't discern the times. All right, the Heavenly Father through His Son gave us these scriptures, man, so that way we can be able to gauge the times that we're in. Okay, that's why the scriptures tell us in Thessalonians, all right, that He has no need to write unto us, for we ourselves know that the day of the Lord is going to come as a thief in the night, because we've been given the signs. All right, we've been given clues. Okay, just like as you're driving, somebody gives you instructions. They tell you when you cross this mile marker, just know the second turn 5 miles away. That's the turn you're supposed to take. And then you'll know. All right, you'll know. When you get to mile 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, those are not the turns. Oh, you got to mile 4.2. You see a turn. Now that's not the turn. Mile 5, that's the second turn. There, go right there. It's the same thing the Lord has done for us by leaving these scriptures, man. Okay. So verse 5, it says, "For many shall come in my name, saying, I am anointed," or Hamashiach, as it says right here, Christ, which the word Christ means anointed. And to say that in Hebrew is Mashiach. All right. It says, "For many shall come in my name, saying, I am anointed, and shall deceive many," just like I explained earlier. Verse 6, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars," and that's all we've been hearing about, man. All right. These two countries are preparing to have war. All right, Russia, some drone strikes upon Ukraine, backdooring Ukraine. All right, America has X amount of troops in Taiwan right now, showing a huge resistance against China. All right, those are all wars and rumors of wars. These two nuclear powerhouses are about to lock horns. This is what we're hearing in the news this day, present day, man. These things are happening, man. All right, it says, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet." Right? Because we know that there's still a few prophecies that must need be fulfilled. All right. I'm going to read verse 7. I said I was going to stop at 6, but the point I wanted was actually in 7. All right. It says, verse 7, it says, "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places." Right. The Lord said that part of the signs of his return and the end of the world would be earthquakes in diverse places, man. Now, I want to segue real quick to go to the blue letter, because I want to read that word earthquake. All right, Matthew 24. Verse 7, right? Let's get this word earthquake. All right, Strong's G 4578.
Strong's G 4578, seismos.
Seismos, which sounds like seismic. When you hear seismic activity, you think of earthquakes, you think of different weather catastrophes, right? See if you brothers can see that. Yeah, right there. All right. Seismas. Okay. A shaking, a commotion, a tempest, which we're gonna end up getting that Isaiah next, man, where it says the Lord visits in storms and tempests. All right, but before we do that, we're gonna read Second Ezra, the 9th chapter. All right, but it says a tempest, an earthquake, tempest. All right, okay. It says seismos, a commotion, i.e., of the air, a gall. All right, of the ground, an earthquake, tempest. Okay, so the Lord said before he would return, there would be seismoses happening on the earth, man. Okay, whether it be in the air or in the ground, right? So let's segue. Let's move to Second Ezra, the 9th chapter, and I'm just gonna get straight to the point. All right, Second Ezra 9, and matter of fact, I said I was gonna get straight to the point. I'm gonna do the same thing I did in Matthew. I'm gonna start at 1. All right, I'm gonna start at 1. I'm gonna read down to verse. Where is it? Verse 3. Okay. Second Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, which we should all be doing. All right. Speaking to myself first and foremost, man. We should all be measuring the time diligently in itself. That's a part of watching. All right. That's a part of being a watchman. That's a part of staying on our watch. All right. Staying girded up. Okay. Being wise, being prudent. A prudent person understands and knows the times and the seasons around them. Okay. It says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. All right, so the Lord is about to give us a couple of signs to show us that when he's going to begin to visit the world. All right, verse 3. Therefore, here goes the signs that he's about to give us. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes, all right, earthquakes, okay, which I'm reading from the Cambridge Bible. Or is it this the Oxford? Let me see. Nope, Cambridge. All right. Reading from the Cambridge, right? And right here, where is it? Verse 3, where it says earthquakes. I don't know if y'all can see it. There's a small letter there that says P. And you go to the ledger, it says what? Matthew 24, verse 7. Which that word earthquake we seen was what? Seismos. All right? Okay, a commotion, a trembling, a tempest in the air or in the ground. All right? So it says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, verse 4, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning, right? And that's how we know we're getting close to the end, man. All right, because we're actually seeing these things happen on the face of the earth. Okay. Right here, as y'all can see, this is from CBS News. Oh, Salaki. All right, put this way. This is from CBS News. Okay. It says, what? 7.4 magnitude earthquake strikes off coast of Chile and Argentina. All right, and I believe this was a couple of weeks ago. Let me get my facts together. Bear with me one moment. All right. right? This was actually a couple of weeks ago, almost damn near a month ago. All right, in the beginning of May. Right now we're in June. All right, so this was an earthquake that happened in the Drake Passage. All right, south of Chile. All right, it was a 7.4. It prompted tsunami alerts and evacuations in southern Chile and Argentina. All right, that was the strongest earthquake that region experienced since 1949. Okay, let's think about that. All right, why such a violent event, earthquake that just happened like that, right? This is from Fox Weather. All right, magnitude 5.8 earthquake along Turkish coast leaves at least one person dead. Leaves at least one dead. Come on, man, I'm computer tweaking, bro. It's going so goddamn slow. So like it, brothers. There you go. Leaves at least one dead as people jump from windows amidst panic. Damn. All right. And that one actually happened today. Okay, it happened this morning. All right, the earthquake struck around 2:17 a.m. local time Tuesday morning. Okay. South of Marmaris, Turkey. All right, was shaking reported across the region, including Rhodes in Greece. Rhodes, Greece. Rhodes, Greece, if I'm pronouncing that area correctly. All right, that was a 5.8 magnitude. Had at least one fatality, several injuries due to panic. All right, and tremors was felt, all over the place, man, all over that region. All right, so those are just two earthquakes within the span of the beginning of May to the beginning of June. What will June and July have in store, especially with hurricane season around the corner? All right. And why is the Lord allowing these things to happen? Because He's visiting the earth. All right. Hawaii. All right. There was a earthquake. I said earthquake. A volcanic eruption in Hawaii. You know what? Let me do this. Since this computer want to move dirt. So lucky, brother. Computer just having a slow day. All right. This article is also from Fox News. Okay. Come on, Brody. All right, there you go. All right. It says Hawaii's Kilauea volcano erupts with 1,000-foot lava fountain. All right, and this happened May 25th. All right, and now that had marked the 23rd eruption since December 24th. So Hawaii has been seeing countless of volcanic eruptions, man. All right, and that shit lasted about 6 hours. All right, 83,000 tons of sulfur dioxide was emitted per day, man. Okay. That's Yahweh Bashim Yahushai showing that He's visiting the earth, man. All right. Another volcanic eruption. Okay, this one was in Italy, in Sicily, southern part of Italy. All right, which was technically at the same mount, man. All right, Mount Etna in Sicily, Italy. All right. June 2nd, which was yesterday, all right, a dramatic eruption sent ash clouds into the sky, causing panic among tourists. All right. Uh, Air travel was disrupted briefly. There was really no injuries. The lava flowed multiple directions. All right. And also in May, okay, this same volcano was part of a series of eruptions, man, that happened over there. That marked their 14th one in under 3 months. All right. So this a volcano erupted twice. All right. In May and in June. Okay. Moving on. Wildfire concerns, man. All right. Apparently, this wildfire season is going to be destructive. All right. This was from ABC News. Salaki, the last report was from BBC News. All right. We'll close these tabs as I go to try to get this to go quicker. All right. It says Canadian wildfire smoke continues to worsen air quality in several U.S. states. Okay. So it says multiple wildfire extrabates. So lucky, I don't think I'm pronouncing that word right. But high temperatures. All right, and it's in these smoke. These smoke plumes are being pushed south and east, man. All right. As of Tuesday, there are 800. I was reading that backward. I got dyslexia, it's a lot here. As of Tuesday, there are 208 active wildfires burning in Canada, with 107 of them considered to be out of control. All right. This is smoke from the Canada wildfires dipping down into Minneapolis. Okay. Oh. That's a map. All right. So areas like what? Minnesota, Wisconsin, Illinois, all right, are experiencing, all right, these experiencing these hazardous, unsafe plumes of smoke, man. All right. All of this happening are signs of Yahushua's second return coming. All right. It's around the corner. It's at the door, so to say. All right. This is from Fox 8. All right. It says first tropical disturbance of 2025 season identified along southern coast. Okay. All right. So I got a what's this one? This one was also, this is from WKRN. Come on, man. Come on, bro. These goddamn ads. All right. What to expect during the 2025 hurricane season, tracking the tropics. Okay. So from May 31st to June 3rd, I believe there was the first named storm was named in the Atlantic for the Atlantic hurricane season, man. All right, which that storm was called Andrea. Okay. There's another one. There's a second name one. I believe they're about to call it Bart. All right. We all know Bart Simpson was a fucking demon. So don't be surprised if that tropical storm Bart turned into a hurricane and fuck shit up, man. All right. There was a tornado. There was a tornado in Kansas. Right? There was a tornado in Kansas, right? It happened. What the hell is this, bro? It happened May 18th. Storm damage reports across the Kansas City metro. All right. After tornado warnings, tornado watches, flash floods, and several thunderstorm warnings hit Kansas City metro Tuesday, reports of damage across both states' lines have been rolling in. Okay? Lord ain't playing, man. He is visiting the earth which he made. All right? Another tornado took place earlier in May, and the one in Kansas happened in May as well. Okay. A rare tornado rips through St. Louis. Days later, a community picks up the pieces, man. That one happened on May 16th. All right. Look at buddy. I believe this one of these tornadoes, yeah, I believe my brother was telling me that one of these fucking tornadoes picked up somebody and sent them away, man. All right, but nonetheless, man, these are all signs of Yahweh's second return. All right, let me get this precept in Isaiah 29, and I'm gonna close out on this. All right, Isaiah 29:6. It says, "Thou shalt be visited of the Lord Yahweh of hosts with thunder and with earthquake and great noise, with storm and tempest and the flame of devouring fire." All right, so these are just clear signs, all right, that we are at the end. We should be rejoicing, all right, and that Second Peter's the third chapter tells us what manner of persons are we to be in all holy conversation and godliness. We should be locking in more, man, to serve the Lord, seeing that Yahweh's return is upon the horizon. All right. So with that, Lord's word lesson was edifying. Again, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Rachak. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, great millstone, salutations to all Akim out there pushing his truth and all truth and sincerity diligently throughout four corners. Shalom.